guys, King here, and I am doing my first mod review. So today we are reviewing the mod AlgeaCraft. So let's get on to it. This mod adds a whole bunch of crafting recipes, new blocks, and new food, 2 new mobs, and a new biome. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to show off is, let's see if I can find it. Really, I'm going to show off the new biome. So let's just hit F3 here and fly over here. Now you see, let's go see if we can find a ocean biome. Okay, well, in Minecraft there's ocean biome, which is full ocean. In this mod, they add a new biome called deep ocean. It's deeper than the regular ocean. It goes down to like 31, 32, I don't know. It's way down there, but I'll show you that later. And, sure, lobster. Shit. So, yeah. I want to be, showing first the food. Take this off screen here. This here, where, you can kill, so you see these lobsters, right? You can take this lobster cage right here, and you place it into like the water, and the lobsters will like if they're 1 block away from it, will be dragged in here mysteriously. So how to craft the lobster cage is that you're gonna need 4 iron bars and 4 planks, really any planks, and when you spawn, you can spawn the lobster in, and the lobster will do 1.5 damage to you, so watch out for that. So once you kill the lobster, you have the chance of getting 1 to 2 pieces of raw lobster meat, and you can put that into a furnace right here. Put this into a furnace, and it'll cook and give you a cooked lobster meat. So you could do that. You can go out and kill a lobster, and get that. Or you can use, I was just saying, the lobster cage, and you will get a lobster. And once you get the lobster, you just take a piece of string and you take them out. So when that happens, the string disappears and you have the lobster in your hand. What you can do from there on is you can put the lobster down. You can set it down, and it's like a spawn. It's like a spawn lobster, but you actually can obtain it in survival. So what you do is you can create this cutting knife here, the cutting knife, or the gold knife. So when you create the cutting knife and you take a lobster and you put them together, you can get a raw lobster meat, and you get 3. So another way you can do it is you can take a lobster. Let's see if this one's done. So you have cooked lobster meat, okay? We'll keep that for later. You can get a lobster and you can put it into the furnace, and when you do that, you get a boiled lobster. And you can do the same thing. You take the cutting knife, cut the boiled lobster, and then you get cooked lobster meat. 3. So, after I said that, let's get on to it. Let's get on with it. So, they add a whole bunch of food in, and I'm actually going to go over some of the food now, and some of it later. So I'm going to go over the squid. So here you have, they added in a new, well, not really a new mob, it's just a squid, and it's exactly like a squid, but you spawn it. You can go and kill it, and instead of dropping, well, they do drop ink sacs, but normal squids don't drop ink sacs. I mean, not ink sacs. What I'm saying, squid meat. So, in this new mob gives you squid meat and ink sacs. So what you do with the squid meat is you just smelt it, and you see here you have a new recipe for another food. It's fried calamari rings. And how to make that is you cook your squid meat, you get calamari steak, and then you take a mushroom in a bowl and then a cutting knife, and you put that all and get fried calamari rings. So, let me just put these away here. So now it should be done. You get calamari steak, and you put that together to get fried calamari rings. Now, I don't know how much that does yet. Hunger bars it gives. We'll find out later. And I'm gonna go over one more food thing, and we can get on with the other blocks. So now we have sushi. You get raw fish, and you're gonna need crispy seaweed. So what you do is you're gonna take in the furnace, put seaweed, and you'll get crispy seaweed. And seaweed, you'll find it in the ocean, and only in the ocean. And it's gonna be growing. It's gonna be on grass, sand. It's either sand or gravel, and then you get mossy cobblestone and cobble. So I've been exploring this area and I haven't seen any seaweed. So I can't show you that, but it's like this, and it will go up from the bottom floor up until it's one block. It'll go up to here because it has to have one block between, air and so it's just like what is it called? It's just like can't think of it. Let's see. It's just like where it's like sugarcane. It grows and then you can just hit it once and it'll all break. So that said, you have crispy seaweed. What you do is you put crispy seaweed and raw fish or cooked fish, and it'll give you sushi. And raw fish is, worse than cooked fish. Not as much as hunger. But let's get on. Put that there. So now we have a whole bunch here. So I'm gonna get on with the corals. You can find these corals in the coral reef. And you have brain corals. You have the brain coral, orange coral, purple coral, and then they have smaller versions here. And you can they make 4 light level, so where light level is 4. And you can grow them on cobblestone, dirt, sand, or mossy stone. And it has to be 1 block below the water. So, what you can do is how to get these small coral is you take the big coral and then put it in a crafting table and get 2 small orange coral. That's all. That's the same for all these. And then you have you put a small orange coral on the crafting table and get orange dye, and small brain coral for pink dye, purple coral for purple dye, small coral blue coral for light blue dye. So that said, you'll be finding that in the coral reef. And let's get on to the sponges. Now you have now in this mod you can obtain sponges unlike normal Minecraft. And you can get a sponge, and what you do is you'll find these sponges at the coral reef. And you take the sponge and you put it in the crafting table and you break it in 2. So now you have dry sponge. And now when you do the dry sponge is you take the dry sponge and you can go and hit the water and scoop it up, and it'll give you a wet sponge. And now what you do is you can take a wet sponge and you can place it. It's and it'll come back to be a dry sponge. And let me just turn the music down here. And you can let's take it all over. And you can take dry sponge and create 2 sponge spores. And you can plant those in the water. And I think it's exactly the same as coral reef where you can plant it on. And it has to be 1 block below the water. So, yeah. We have the wet sponge. And that's a different way to instead of making buckets, you can just get a sponge. Let's now go on to these arrows, or I don't know what they're called, but they make potions. So you'll find these down. See these light things here? These right here. Let me just get myself like a make freaking potion here. So these right here. Let's see if we can get down there fast. These are here, give out light. And there's stages of them. They have oh god, what's going on? Okay, they have stages. They have this grass stage, like a little, and then it goes to this stage, the grass, seed grass, and then it goes to the mature stage right here. And you can hit that, and you get, as I was saying, that orb. And you take that orb. And then you get like seeds once in a while, and you can take that orb and combine it in here, like a cutting knife on top, orb, and a bulb. In a water bottle, and that'll create a potion of water breathing. And you take that, and you can. You don't need to make it. You don't need a brewing stand. Just put it in the crafting table, and you'll get this. Then you put it in the craft table and get put gunpowder on top, and you'll get a splash potion. Come on, really? The whole time when I'm recording, it has to ring. Continuing. Wait a second. Okay. Continuing. Gunpowder makes it less. 10 seconds less. And I don't really care for that. But I want it to be longer. So you just put a redstone and a water breathing together, the normal one, and you'll get a water breathing for 40 seconds. And I'll test it out later. In the meantime, I'll just finish it here. And we'll get to this later. And then now you have a block called sediment, I think, and you can break this, and you have and you will get either gravel, dirt, sand, or clay. And once in a while you get a chance of getting up to 3 nuggets, brick, up to 2 arrows, bones, compass, string, time ball, broken. Damaged leather boots, clock, poisonous potato, or damaged golden shovel. So, yeah. So this, and then, what did I miss anything over here? Oh, yes. I showed you all the food. I'm gonna get around, with this, okay? So, what you have here is you have a, red iron chip. And a red iron chip is a new recipe, or it's for a new recipe, and these are the ocean filters. And just how you make the ocean filters: you need 2 iron bars, a seaweed, 2 weighted pressure plates, water bucket, 2 iron chips, and a piston. And what the ocean filter does is it allows sponges, seaweed, and coral to be planted in other biomes. Sorry, I didn't have enough room, so just that. And yeah, it's pretty useful if you want sponges or seaweed and coral, and you're not in like a ocean biome. You're like in a other biome, another biome. You can use that. Now we have the sporus filter. It's basically the same thing, same recipe, just you change the top with algae. Now, allows algae to grow in any biome. And getting to the point with algae, you can craft, or not craft, you can, algae can be used as food. Now, you can just put it in a furnace and you get algae chips, which I haven't used any of that yet, as I told you before. So, we're going to test it out. Let's see. What you can do with algae is only in swamp biomes. You can with the sporus filter, you can take it to the ocean biome or any biome and plant it, and it'll grow. It will grow algae, and algae grows really fast, and it slows you down at the same time. So it slows you down really. If you're in a swamp biome, watch out. I'm stuck. Okay. Algae goes really fast. It'll like few seconds. Half this place will be filled with algae. Moving on with so you get algae chips here. I haven't tried it yet, and we'll see. So next we have the fresh filter, which is same. It's basically the same outer part, just this part changes. Now the fresh has like nothing here, so it basically has no use really. He's adding more to it, so this is kind of like a starting thing he has so far, and yeah, he's adding more mobs and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's go to the ender filter here. Now you have an ender pearl and the ender filter. It's basically the same recipe, and it's a combination of 3 filters, so any aquatic life can grow or plant can grow. So you can put it anywhere, any biome, and all these plants will grow. So, getting on to the range of the filters is 9 by 9 by 9 filter, and then the filter in the middle. I really don't have it here right now, just these blocks. Don't have it shown, but you can find that on the forums. You find those on the forums, and you can just look at them there. So yeah, this mod is just continuing, and I really like it actually. I think it's really cool.